So George, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I have done some work on this, so you'll notice a change.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? How's it going?
Well, it's a bit odd. I mean,
In what way?
it's very mechanical for a start. I mean,
Yeah, that's
why
true. But that's just an interpretation, George. It's not odd, it's just different. It's obviously not what the world is used to. But I actually do think this is what Beethoven meant when he was writing this piece.
you think? But it says it should be quiet in the beginning.
Yes, that's true, because obviously Beethoven lived in a time when other people were not on his wavelength, okay? All great composers are ahead of their time. Beethoven was ahead of his time more than most, I would say. The thing about this piece, George, the beginning of it, I mean, the third movement everyone knows is very, very fast and good and so on. The first movement is a bit problematic, okay? You've got at the beginning, you've probably seen the score, you've got this part where he does this.
Yeah.
What you have is 4 times these 3 notes, this sequence of 3 notes repeated, right? And then, okay, he moves the left hand down 1, like this, from here to here, but the right hand stays in the same place. 4 times, okay?
Yeah.
So what you have in effect is 8 times this sequence of 3 notes repeated. Now why?
Yeah, why?
I was thinking to myself, there are 2 reasons. One, Beethoven's a rubbish composer. He could not think of anything else to compose at that time. He needed to fill some space on the page, so he wrote down the same 3 notes 8 times. Not a particularly good reason, I don't think.
No.
The other one is that Beethoven was a visionary. I said just before, composers are ahead of their time. Beethoven was a visionary. He was looking into the future when he wrote this piece of music, and what did he see?
I don't know.
He saw the machine.
What? The machine?
What do machines do? Machines go on and on and on, doing the same thing over and over again, okay? And this is what Beethoven's doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 times, okay? The same thing 8 times in a row. Now, of course, he can't do the same thing for the whole of the sonata, because that would be a bit boring. But what he can do is 8 times, and then people get the message, or people get the message that they're open to these ideas.
A bit far-fetched.
Okay? Well, it might be a bit far-fetched if that was the only reason, but there are some other clues which gave me this idea.
Oh, really?
One of them is the first letter. What is the first letter of Moonlight?
M.
And what is the first letter of Machine?
M.
Okay, and I think that this is a cryptic clue. Beethoven called this sonata the Moonlight Sonata in the hope that somebody would make the link Moonlight Machine. What does Moonlight do?
Well, what do you mean?
Well, it makes things lighter, doesn't it? Okay? Normally you go out now, it's dark, and if the moon is shining, it makes it all light. And Beethoven was looking forward to the time when the machine would make the world lighter for mankind.
Perhaps you're right.